We are Cactus Wrestling. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.
Welcome to another Cactus Wrestling Bracket Breakdown for the 2024 NCAA Wrestling Championships. We have another exciting
Welcome
one
back.
here for you. 157 pounds. Will Levi Haynes get it done? Or will a newcomer knock him off? Time will tell. But we're going match by match, weight by weight, starting off with the pigtail here. Isaac Wilcox versus Nick Stampoulos of Buffalo. I picked Wilcox to wrestle Haynes.
I definitely Wilcox. I maybe call it a Big Ten bias, but Buffalo typically has not been a powerhouse as of late.
I like Stampoulos' name.
Yeah, it's a great name, but you're gonna lose a match.
Tough first draw for Haynes if he has Isaac Wilcox.
I don't know. Wilcox didn't really have a great Big Ten tournament, so
yeah, but I don't know. Those Ohio State guys are just typically tough to wrestle.
I don't think Haynes is gonna have much of an issue with Wilcox.
All right, fine.
That's just me.
This is a crazy first round match. 3-time
Yeah, I that one was a hard one.
Brock Mahler versus freshman Teague Travis, who has some pretty impressive wins on the season. Ultimately,
you got the guy that's been in college for 6 years versus a freshman.
Ultimately, I went with the veteran Mahler.
Whoa! So I actually went with the newcomer Teague Travis. I
also went with Teague Travis.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
I wanted to go with Mahler, but then Mahler's Big 12 performance, I was just like,
did they wrestle at Big 12s against each other?
No, I don't think so. Pretty sure Mahler lost in like the first round to whoever it was, and yeah, no, I don't think that they did.
Brock Mahler lost to Cale Swenson, and Cody Chittum.
No, I didn't think that they wrestled.
He beat Travis Vinny Durbin.
Yeah, Vinny,
and
formerly undefeated,
and Caleb Dowling.
Anyhow, Mahler, when he first came onto the scene at this weight, having moved up, I was like, oh, he is actually going to be, definitely a guy that's a threat here in the mix. And then he started accumulating some losses, and he stopped thinking that.
Teague Travis did beat Mahler in the dual meet, by the way.
Yeah. So Travis all the way.
Another crazy first round matchup: Will Luan, Chase Saldate.
So this will go to overtime, and then
this will be a match that could really test the lungs.
Will Luan has probably the best lungs of anyone in this bracket.
I know Chase Saldate had a really long overtime match with Levi Haynes.
Okay, but he doesn't have an overtime match literally every match.
That's true.
So,
I chose Will Luan. He's really hard to score on.
Yeah, I went with Will Luan as well.
Trevor Chumbley, Peyton Robb. I chose Peyton Robb.
Yeah, Peyton Robb. Yep. I mean, Chumbley's not a chump, but
yeah.
Ryder Downey, Jared Hill.
I almost went with Hill.
Wow.
Did you?
I was just very disappointed in, despite Ryder Downey winning the Big 12s, I was just like, this is a guy that's not going to perform to his seed. But I was like, Jared Hill's not the guy that's going to beat him, so I picked
freshman. I chose Downey as well. Bryce Andonian back from an injury. Lucas Ravano.
I mean, he's been majored by Ed Scott twice this year. So I don't think it's really something that you can compare to before his injury. And then at ACCs, he got majored both times. So I'm guessing his injury probably isn't affecting him too badly. And he just, when he let it fly, it was kind of like Austin Gomez at NCAAs last year. Let it fly, and it just didn't work out.
Give me Bryce.
I picked Bryce.
Yeah, same. Michael Blockus, Max Brignola.
He was injured at Big Tens and defaulted out of the tournament. If he's healthy, 100% Blockus. I mean, I think he'll probably be fine, but
I chose Michael Blockus as well.
Sweet for Michael Blockus.
Ed Scott versus Legend Lamer.
He's not the better Lamer, so I went with Ed Scott.
Ed Scott.
Impressive
4 seed for Ed Scott.
Yeah, well, he was the 4 seed, I think, last year, and then lost in like the second round or
But
something.
he did All-American last year for the first time.
Yeah,
Meyer Shapiro versus Washleski.
I went with Meyer.
Yeah.
Meyer.
Yeah, WA champ.
Cody Chittum, Askey.
I had to go.
Chittum, yeah.
Yeah.
The prospect of these two freshmen going off.
Yeah, wrestling. I was like, oh
Yeah.
going.
DJ McGee or Brayton Lee. I actually chose McGee here.
Okay.
I chose Brayton Lee. He
Mike loves Brayton Lee. He kept at Big Tens. He kept saying, "Oh, Brayton Lee is so good," and then literally Brayton Lee loses the match that we're watching.
and he lost to Joey Blaze. Or no, did he beat Joey Blaze? Maybe he lost to Joey Blaze. I don't know. I think he lost, but he's looking way back to when he was at Minnesota. He's looking way better. He's definitely going to beat McGee.
All right, I'll go. I want Brayton Lee.
Definitely
Definitely.
my hair.
Yeah.
Sonny Santiago or Daniel Cardenas.
Cardenas.
Yep.
I went Cardenas as well. Sonny Santiago, I think, is over the hill.
Whoa. Peyton Keller, Johnny Lovett. I chose Keller.
Yeah. Keller as well.
22 and 2 on the year. Good season.
Yeah, it's had a pretty solid season.
Joey Blaze has closed the gap every time they've wrestled, but that being said, I still chose Franek.
I went back and forth here. I was like, oh, the upset potential for Joey Blaze is great, but I just don't think he's going to upset Franek. I mean, it'd be great if he did. I'd be thrilled, even if I picked it wrong.
So
Vinny
Zerban, Cale Swenson.
I went with the Zerbinator.
Zerban had a rough Big 12 turn.
Oh, he had a real rough Big 12.
Not a good time for him, but I'm still going with Vinny Zerban.
He doesn't have to have a good Big 12s. He just has to have good NCAAs.
Yeah, it's one match at a time.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they've wrestled before. Cale Swenson, I don't see it this season.
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah. I chose Zerban as well. And then Ja'Cory Teamer versus another Little Rock, the other Bianchi. I chose
Bianchi. No, I went Teamer.
Yeah.
It's Teamer's year, man.
All right. Does Teague Travis have what it takes to take out Levi Haynes?
No.
I mean, I would enjoy watching that happen, but I picked Levi Haynes.
Yeah. I want to see Mahler against Haynes personally, but
that'd be an interesting matchup, yeah.
I chose Peyton Robb over Willuan. I think he can actually score on him, so it won't go to overtime.
I like how Peyton Robb wrestles more than Will Luan, so I did pick Peyton Robb as well.
Yep. Ryder Downey versus Bryce Andonia.
So I told you I didn't think Ryder Downey was going to live up to his seed, so I think Andonian's getting the big old upset right here.
Oh, man.
I think Downey's going to beat him, but not, live up to his seed.
Ooh.
I also chose Downey to win this one.
What are you guys doing?
Andonian's too hard to predict, and he might be injured.
Might just throw straight to his back or something crazy.
Michael Blockus versus Ed Scott.
He's feeling good.
I actually picked Ed Scott to lose this.
It depends how Blockus is feeling. I mean, how he's healed up and whatnot, but I'm going Big Ten. I just think that it's a competitive 157 in the Big Ten.
Well, Ed Scott also did get upset early in the tournament.
Last year.
So I went with Blockus. I had Andoni and Blockus. I had the two injured guys duking it out for the semis.
All right, so this is a big matchup that everyone wants to see. We didn't get to see it.
And Mike talked about this before the season even started.
But here's my thing. I was very concerned with Cody Chinham's inability to escape from Ryder Downey at the Big 12 finals. And I think Meyer is as good or better of a rider than Ryder Downey, which concerns me for Chittum. So I have Meyer winning this.
I think Meyer's just a better athlete.
Yeah, Chittum seems like he is definitely like the better wrestler compared to Ryder Downey, but he also hasn't figured out how to beat these better guys when he should. And I think Meyer is going to win.
Was that a knock on Jared Franick in the Iowa State matchup?
Well, and Ryder Downey.
Brayton Lee, Daniel Cardenas.
I picked Brayton Lee.
What?
Yep.
Can't go with that one.
I chose
Well-
Cardenas over DJ McGee here.
I'm going Cardenas over both of them.
Yeah.
I had Brayton Lee in the
I
quarters.
told you he loves
Get
Brayton
it.
Lee. You should have picked Brayton Lee for your fantasy lineup.
No.
No.
Because he's probably not actually going to do what I think he's going to.
Yeah. I chose Jared Franick to win this one.
Yeah, I think that even the seating is backwards a little bit here, but
Yeah, I picked Franick as well.
Now this one's interesting. Zerban's been ranked number 2 pretty much the entire season, and
Until Big 12s.
And now he's got Corey Teamer. I mean, the problem with Zerban is that he had no quality wins all year.
Well, that's because Northern Colorado didn't really go to anywhere or wrestle anyone like, at least at this weight, that had
I chose Teamer to win this.
Dimitri Corey.
Despite Zerban, being ranked high all year and having Levi Haines' number, I went Teamer.
Okay. As much as I would like to see Peyton Robb make the semifinals, I just think Levi has his number.
Yeah, Levi's figured him out. I mean, he's beaten him every time, I think, now.
I think the only time that Peyton Robb should have won was at the Big Tens last year.
There's an argument to be made.
Yeah.
That was the only time that I think he got arguably robbed.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but
I remember
I had
for Mike.
Andonian on Blockus here.
I have Ryder Downey making the semifinals.
I
did not have Ryder Downey making the semis because I didn't have him there. I had Andonian making the semis.
Oh, you want to see another semifinals between Andoni and Levi Haines?
I got Downey.
I did not. I would have picked Blockus, but it seems like you guys. You said that Downey's not going to live up to his seed, and then you put him in the semis.
I mean, I think he could beat Blockus. I don't think he's going to wrestle.
He's not gonna live up to his seed.
Yeah,
I'm not going to wrestle back for 5th.
He's going to take 6.
Yeah, he's going to take 6. Yeah.
There it is.
Daniel Cardenas is one of 2 guys who has beaten Shapiro. Will he do it again? I just think that that was 3 months ago, and Shapiro has been the man. And
Whole new wrestler.
I mean, he hasn't lost really since that tournament, so
no, he hasn't.
Whole new guy.
So yeah, I went with Meyer.
All right, and Jared Franick versus Teamer could be interesting, but we all know how Iowa does in March, and I chose Teamer.
I got Teamer.
I also chose Teamer because Franick ain't doing it.
Ryder Downey's probably not the guy to knock off Levi.
No, now you guys are not high on Ryder Downey. You've been high on him every other time.
I think Blockus would have lost to him too.
Levi Haines is just that dude.
Levi sees that guy.
I mean, I picked Haines to make the finals over Andonian, but Ryder Downey ain't making the semis.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. Freshman phenom. I think Downey's beaten Ed Scott this year, so
that was then.
Yeah, you're so right. Meyer Shapiro, Corey Teamer. Give me Meyer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Honestly,
Meyer.
Teamer's probably gonna finish in 6th. He's gonna lose a close match here, and then he's gonna lose the Conci semis, and then he's gonna lose again.
Arizona get State guys, man, they have a hard time.
This is the final I want to see the most out of pretty much any weight class. I think you can't prepare to wrestle a guy like Meyer Shapiro. I just think he's so unorthodox. He's so technically sound.
He's willing to go big, and he's willing to wrestle orthodox and then not, and yeah.
He's reminiscent of Yanni in so many ways, and he could give Levi Haines a potential loss in the finals. Could be a 2-time runner-up at this point. I have Shapiro winning a title this year. I mean, even Yanni himself predicted it in March last year that Meyer was a real title contender.
Like Mike did with
Mitchell Messenbrink,
Mitchell Messenbrink.
Me and Yanni cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, clearly.
Who do you guys have?
Mike, who'd you go with?
You know who I'm going with. Levi Haynes. I think that, you talk about a guy that he's so Yanni-esque, and it's like, oh man, like if only Penn State knew a guy that beats Yanni all the Nick Lee. I think that he has someone he could train with that's like, hey,
They
this
don't.
is how we
He
wrestle
can't be.
Wisconsin.
They haven't wrestled folk style, so you don't know that
They
Nick
don't
Lee
need to.
Johnny in a folk style match.
Nick Lee is 4-0 against him in freestyle, which is Meyer's
Everything you
dominant
said that
style.
was good about Messenbrink, you could apply to Meyer.
Yeah, and Levi Haynes is the guy that's going to get it done, though.
So Haynes would beat Messenbrink too.
He might. Guess we'll
He
never.
might.
We'd have to see those room.
He might. No.
You're the tiebreaker, Mike. Who's it gonna be?
Well, I had to go with Meyer Shapiro.
Hey,
Yeah, I went with Meyer. I figured, freshman, he's gonna stun the world, and Haynes is gonna be kicking himself.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.